people are really worried about the safety of Hornets center Kai Jones. He went on IG Live sweating in his house and slurring his words. The Hornets initially said nothing, but then things got worse. He started posting wild things about himself and his own teammates. Pretty soon, every teammate unfollowed him on social media. Finally, the Hornets said he is banned from attending training camp. Now, he is cut from the team and no other franchise is picking him up. This could be the end of his career, but more importantly, what actually happened to Kai Jones? You can see the progression when you look at his past. He's from the Bahamas and wanted to go pro in a different sport. Kai was such a good track athlete, he represented his country for the triple jump in the Junior Olympics. That is big in the Bahamas because track is their best sport. They've won 16 Olympic medals, 14 of them in track and field. But his mom was going to college in Florida, so he got exposed to basketball at age 12. He tried out for his 7th grade team, but got cut. Tried out for the 8th grade team, but didn't make it. So he moved back home to further his long jump career. That is when he had a massive growth spurt to 6'7" at 15 years old. A recruiter spotted him at a basketball camp in 2017 and offered Kai a scholarship to high school in Orlando, Florida. It was his first time playing organized basketball. He moved to a different school for senior year, but even without elite skills, people loved his raw talent. Kai became a 4-star recruit and had 21 offers to D1 schools, including Georgetown and Kansas. If you look back at his IG during this time, he's a normal kid. He worked basketball like it was a full-time job and had an intense love for music. It was hard living in the US alone from his 6 brothers and sisters, but Kai was blowing up.
Uh-oh, Kai Jones!
He chose the University of Texas and started to prep for the NBA. Back then, you could see he was on the right track. A humble, soft-spoken 18-year-old.
This whole journey, I've been here kind of by myself, but I always felt that guidance from both my parents. You know what I'm saying? They would help me through those tougher times.
Like averaging just 5 minutes a night his first few games at Texas. Kai was clearly still learning the game, and his NBA dream was a long way off. He needed another year in college and was putting in work to impress NBA scouts. His teammates said, Kai is probably one of the best athletes we have and probably the hardest worker that we have on our team, and he doesn't know it. Once he figures it all out and his body matures with his game, he's gonna take off, which is exactly what happened. Just like before, NBA scouts loved his athleticism and NBA body. He was now 6'11", 225 with a 7'2" wingspan. Some people looked at his athletic finishes and size, compared him to Giannis Antetokounmpo. But one big difference was Giannis's IQ. Kai still made dumb mistakes like forgetting to stay with his man on defense, fundamentals like grabbing and holding a rebound, not just immediately start dribbling, or unforced errors like stepping out of bounds or fumbling the ball. But he had moments, like a block on #1 overall pick Cade Cunningham. But the big red flag was even as a sophomore, he didn't start and played under 25 minutes a game. The only other lottery pick like that was Dion Waiters. But the Hornets said, so what? What if he is the next Giannis? So they traded up in the draft for another first-round pick, taking Kai 19th overall. A huge accomplishment for a kid who started basketball 5 years earlier. Charlotte was in desperate need of a center. In the recent past, they ran through Dwight Howard, Cody Zeller, Bismack Biyombo, Mason Plumlee, but in 2020, they went young, taking franchise point guard LaMelo Ball. So they needed a young center to set screens, catch lobs from LaMelo, and play defense. And Kai was a beast in the Summer League and the G League. Tell me this doesn't remind you of a young Giannis. He averaged 18 points, 11 boards, 2 blocks, and 2 steals in the G League. But in the NBA, just 1 point and half a rebound in 21 games. Something wasn't adding up. So the Hornets moved ahead. They decided to draft Mark Williams, 15th overall from Duke in last year's draft. Then around the All-Star break, Mark broke out. started dropping double-doubles on the regular and became a starter, a force on both sides of the ball. In a game against the Spurs, he had 4 blocks in 29 minutes. Mark Williams stole the future center job from Kai Jones, and he's already their starter 1 year in. So this summer, Kai showed up again in Vegas, dunking on Victor Wembanyama, but one dunk ain't gonna save his career. We have seen highlights before. Kai would need a focused, impressive summer to keep his career alive.
A GOAT time out there? I'm in a GOAT day? I had to do drugs or something. No, nigga. My greatest days of all time was in the long jump pit, boy.
People immediately started to claim Kai was on drugs in the IG Live 2 months after Summer League. He was sweating and slurring his words, but the bigger red flag was painting on his walls in the middle of the night. That's not just a sign of drug use, maybe mental illness. Then he started to go on a Twitter rampage, calling out NBA legends and teammates, said he could beat LeBron one-on-one, would cook Prime Shaq, even said he was better than LaMelo Ball. All his teammates unfollowed him on social media, and the Hornets banned him from coming to training camp. Kai denied using drugs, but at the very least, everyone was concerned. Something changed from when he came into the league till now. With a rookie contract of $13.4 million, his personality was different. Started making music himself, getting really focused on that, hanging out in clubs. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but his life used to be about grinding on the court. His situation is reminding people of Chandler Jones in the NFL. He broke down after getting benched, posted hundreds of bizarre tweets, and burst into tears on an IG Live. Jones was then checked into a mental hospital and cut from his team, which is what the Hornets did. Kai posted, then deleted that he wanted to trade, so the Hornets cut him just before the season. I am not saying Kai Jones and Chandler Jones have the same issue, but their stories are weirdly similar. People went crazy when Kevin Durant was vibing to a Kai Jones song on social media. Maybe he'll get picked up by the Suns. But no, we have seen guys like Miles Bridges and Josh Primo get a second chance, and Kai isn't close to that kind of problem. It's not a character issue. Kai seems like a humble, nice kid going through something serious. He has the raw talent to be an NBA player, but until he sorts out this deep issue, no one's gonna touch him. But people are freaking out about Victor Wembanyama. He is blowing up the internet, and it's just preseason. But did you know there is a direct line from Michael Jordan to Wembanyama that no one's talking about?